Hi, my name is Devin Declan Randall, or DGR, and welcome to Queer Fudanshi. So let's talk. Today is Friday, and that means it's time for the weekly update. If you guys don't know, the weekly update is a weekly segment I do where I talk about LGBT media news. I let you guys know what new Kickstarters with LGBT themes or characters are coming out, what movies have LGBT characters or actors with announcements for casting, what TV shows, what video games are coming out. All that and more you can find at the weekly update. So let's get started. So first off, we're going to start off with another update for the first all-gay dating show. If you guys don't know, or if you haven't been keeping up, I have already talked about this show twice now. First when the show was announced, and second when the show released footage and the names of the contestants and the Bachelor. If you don't know, this show, which is called Finding Prince Charming, is the first all-gay dating show. It's currently being shown on Logo, the gay channel, though let's be honest, it's now just become the RuPaul rerun show channel. But this show is supposed to be like the gay Bachelor, right? People were like, really, do we want it to be like the Bachelor? But it's whatever. At least it's a thing, right? At least it exists. But the first episode has now come out, and people hate it. It's a mess. It's terrible. Apparently, first, the show is incredibly boring. Boring all the way through. The article that I found the story on actually ended with the line, "How can you put a dozen gay men in a house and have a boring show from it?" And I think that's basically like everyone's thought perspective on the show right now. In addition to that, it's having controversy because apparently, in order to make the show interesting, the Bachelor went in hiding, pretending to be a contestant so he could get to know the other contestants more. Because, he's not an opposite sex, so he can do that. But apparently, when he did that, the other contestants made fun of him. They had made some not-so-subtle insults towards his femininity. And I'm just like, first, that's a great way to find your lover, right? So, great first impression. Oh, hey, I don't like you because you're too much like a girl. That's a great decision to make. Ultimately, the show is getting some heat, but reminder, it is the first episode, so they do have some time to really make it blossom and get some better content out of it. Our second story of the day isn't so much a news report as much as it is kind of like a history story that I had that I came across and I thought I would share. So apparently I found an article where it was talking about how LGBT and queer people are really becoming more prominent in China, and especially in their internet, just like all over the world. Because of the internet, LGBT and queer people are able to connect more and celebrate themselves more. Particularly, this one article talked about the creation of the Blued app, which is like the largest gay app in the world. The creation of the app was first started in 2000 when the creator Gang Lee discovered a movie called Beijing Love, and he really celebrated it. He loved it. He loved seeing LGBT people. He loved seeing gay people. He really felt alone in his life. And when he saw that movie, he really understood that there were people like him. And so then he created the website Light Blue in order to find those gay people, in order to connect with them and have them connect with each other. And then that eventually evolved into the Blued app. So ultimately, this is a story that I wanted to share, which, by the way, you can find a link to the actual article, which talks more about LGBT people and queer people in China. But I just wanted to specifically talk about this story because I feel like I connected with it more. That's the whole point of Queer Fudanshi, having been so alone and then finding LGBT media, movies, TV shows, so on, and connecting with that, and then wanting to share that with other people. So I just really thought this was a sweet story, and I wanted to share that. Once again, link to the actual article in the blog post. Go check that out. So our last story of the day is actually an announcement about a Heathers remake. If you don't know, Heathers was an 80s movie, kind of a sensation that has still been going for the next 3 decades. The movie is a dark comedy. It's a sort of mix between Mean Girls and I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's a story where a girl and her boyfriend plot to kill the popular girls in the school, right? Dark comedy. The story has continued to be so popular that it has had a cult following for those many years to come. And then, in addition, it has been changed into a musical, and now it has been announced that it is going to be a TV show. That's right, TV Land has announced that they are going to do an anthology series of the show. And in addition to that, they have announced that they are going to have some of the Heathers, some of the Heathers are going to be. They've announced that they will have a black lesbian Heather, as well as a genderqueer Heather. So that is amazing to me. I'm very happy to hear that. I'm not particularly a fan of Heathers, but I will definitely be a fan of the show. I'll check it out. I would like to watch it. This reminds me sort of the lesbian vampire show that they had a couple months ago. There was a story on that. I'll try to find that and put a link in the description. But I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited to see the representation in any form. And I think it's kind of cool that they're trying to be edgy. Yay, TV Land, right? But just so you guys know, like I said, the show is an anthology series, so these characters won't be for the entire thing. Apparently, each of the different anthology stories will have different Heathers, so I don't know if it'll be seasons or episodes, but these characters won't last. I don't even know if these characters will even be in the same episode / season, whatever the anthology segment is, so you probably won't see these two characters together, but hey, at least they'll exist. And that is it for the weekly update. Let me know what you guys think about them in the comments down below. What are your thoughts on these stories? Are you interested? Are you not with whatever these three things are? Remember, link to the blog post down below if you guys want to check out where I found these three stories and all that. Like, comment, subscribe to the video, all that. I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope to get talking with you. Let's get talking. Bye.